Hello everyone, my name is Prime and welcome back to another episode of American Truck Simulator, and today we are doing something very different. As you can tell by the title and thumbnail, I am going to be trying to lap the SECRET SCS software test track in American Truck Simulator as quick as I can. I'm going to see if I'll do timings. I may not, but it may be just see how hard can I push this truck versus a bigger truck. Now this is the short Freightliner Cascadia, the same one I did last weekend. Ultimately I really love this thing. It is just absolutely amazing, and just to top it off, because we're going to be going fast, I put the flame livery on it. I think it looks pretty cool. The engine is the biggest engine that you can put in this thing, so it's like 600 and some horsepower. And transmission wise, I have an Allison 4700, so it's actually a 7-speed, but it's got amazing torque and it flips through the gears. But first, we're actually going to do a little bit of a drag test on this thing. So we're going to head over to the road just over here. It's decently long, but we can get a nice little sense of how long it, or how fast it goes up through the gears. Because in testing, it flies. It flies, my friends. Okay, so I think this will do. That's a pretty nice straight shot. I don't know if I have many brakes, but we're going to go basically to where the hill starts. I want to see how much it can do. We're gonna try and do it on level ground here, so that's why I started on this end and not at the end was the hill. And I know this thing pulls pretty good, and it may actually spin the tires. I don't know if it really comes through in the game, but it's kind of hard to tell because it doesn't. It will kind of do some weird squirrely stuff. I can feel it. So let's rev the engine up and then launch and see what can happen as everything just clunks on my desk. But look at the gear. Look at it go up. We got into like 65 miles an hour by the time we got to that stretch, which is pretty good. I know on the highway I got it up to basically 100. Is a pretty good straight stretch there. I actually got it up that high, which is pretty insane. Like you can see kind of the tire spinning a little bit, and it kind of like wants to drift around a little bit. I don't know, I can feel it. It's kind of maybe hard to come through, but yeah, it is certainly a nimble little thing. Like for example, I think I can actually drift it a little bit. I jam on the brakes and turn, kind of, not really. For example, look at how tight a turning radius this thing has. Like, as I near clip that car, like, the thing is nuts. It's just so nimble. I mean, it makes sense, it's so short, and I kind of found that out in last weekend's episode with this thing, but my word, does it ever just want to turn on a dime. So now the thing you guys really wanted to see, can I lap the test track, and how fast can I do it? I think this by far is going to be the fastest thing to do it. I will try with a bigger truck afterwards. I'll probably just max out the Freightliner, because that way I don't have to spawn into a new truck. I'll just max out. I'll put the big, biggest chassis configuration, the cab configuration, and we'll see how the lap compares and see how it handles. I'm gonna push this thing hard. I do have cabin stability up in the save normally quite a bit, so it's not gonna change from truck to truck. It's not maxed out though, so I can tip it. But I will be pushing it pretty hard, and I know it is set a little higher than probably it should be, but that is okay. So we're gonna count down here, and I am gonna fly. So we're gonna go 3, 2, 1, full beans. Let's see what we can do. It shifts even faster on the test track, I think, than it does it on the rest of the road there, which is kind of interesting. Let's apex this corner. Beautiful. All my racing is coming in handy here with American Truck. Late brakes. Got good brakes, this little thing, when you don't have a load on it. Try and run it out wide. That was beautiful. Perfect. Let's swing it over here. Brake. Throw it in. Try not to tip. Oh man, that was a great apex. Come over here. Probably about here. You can take a late apex on this corner, I found out. Like really late, because then you run through, thread the needle, try not to hit anything, and across the line. And while we've got some momentum, we're gonna fly up into here. I'm gonna brake a little bit more. You can drift this thing pretty good. That corner is kind of hard because it's not really a braking zone. It's kind of just a tap on the brakes. This one definitely is, and I overcooked it. You can tell. Really had to correct. It's not feeling actually too tippy, this thing. It may be just because of my settings. I know it is higher than normal, but it isn't maxed out. So I can technically still tilt it. I guess I can. I am tilting it. But I don't know. It's I can certainly whip it around pretty good, which would make sense because this thing is so small and nimble. It should be fine. And across the line again. Oh, my friends, look at that. Just drift it right around in the circle. How beautiful. Should I try it in reverse? Let's try it in reverse before I change trucks. So you can kind of see how nimble that was. Oh, no brakes. You can see how nimble that was. I mean, my word. And may I just say, also, lighting system much? Oh, dude, look at that! Dude, just jiving in the corner. We're gonna back up so he's in frame a little bit better. Oh man, that was too much. Right there. Nice, dude. Having some fun? Oh yeah, get that shimmy in there. Oh yeah, bud. Yeah, put that little hand behind there and like swipe it away. Oh, that is hilarious. Oh man, this is so going into a best of video. More to come, my friends. I'm planning on doing more best of videos. Don't worry. Anyways, let's ooh, that was interesting. Let's go back in here, which I already did. Say hi to Fred over there, who's waiting for us to get going, who's partying by the balloons, may I say. He's probably trying to win one of those balloons through a dance competition. And let's just go reverse. This is going to be completely... I think this is going to be even more weird because everything's in reverse. So you can basically keep it flatted around here. A little bit of a brake, but just basically right back on the throttle. Oh man, this is throwing my brain off. Braking. You can't actually brake too hard because you will lock up. That's something I found. And then when you lock up, your back end just wants to fling right around. I don't know how realistic that is, and maybe that's just some of my settings. But my word, this thing grips like crazy. Must be something on the track. I mean, my word, it's just absolutely amazing. Can I keep it floored all the way around the corner? Yes, you can. You can. Okay, if you take the right angle, you can. Look at this, 80 miles an hour going through. Oh yeah, drift around there. Bring in some of my rally skills. Let's throw it in. Oh yeah, look at this. This is absolutely amazing. This is so... I never thought I'd be doing this in American Truck. I'll show you guys on the map as well where the test track is. It actually is an achievement, by the way. Normally, I would say you should try and find it yourself, but I kind of already said that it's by Tucson, so I'll show you where you kind of go through, and I'll do it right at the end. I'll drive out the driveway so you can see where, and then show you on the map. So let's get across the line here, and wha-bang. That, my friends, is drifted around here in a circle a little bit. That kind of worked. That, my friends, is what can happen when you take a small little Freightliner Cascadia out on the test track. And now let's try a maxed out version to see if it handles any differently. There we go. I mean, it is kind of handy having a gas station and repair shop right beside the track, may I say. Good job, SES Software. You never let me down. You never let me down. Now, this thing certainly does move still. So I don't know if performance is going to be that impacted, but I am going to expect the cornering. Like, already the turning ability is a whole lot different. I actually have to reverse around this bud, and it's not turning the same whatsoever. So that's something to keep in mind. I know I'm not even gonna get the same run, I don't think, so we're gonna go somewhere around here is close enough. Let's floor it and drop her into gear. See what we get. Anything different? We got just in the 7th gear by the bottom of the hill here. No! It did get affected. Now also turn around, look at this. This is gonna be a little fun, as I can't reverse too much, and then I gotta try and fling it around here. Oh, just barely. It didn't really get... Now, I think my distances may have been a little bit different, but even still, it didn't quite want to pull up into that 7th gear. And it just did there, but I also had a downhill helping. I certainly am telling that it's a performance impact here. So let's line up here. I'm going to have to kind of go through and back up because she's a long boy, and I can't really get it straight on like the little guy. So there we go. Somewhere in here is good. Probably about there. So let's rev her up and drop it in. Let's see how this goes. Man alive, it still shifts up quick, but it definitely is not the same when it comes to performance. Turning, so you can keep it flat through there. Up here is a little different. So let's throw it in. Oh yeah, she understeers a little bit more, my friends. She understeers a lot more. Oh yeah, that was close. Does not like the mid corner. Oh man, that was close to tipping. I don't know if you can really tell on screen. I don't think it's really coming through. But if you were to see my wheel, I was in my feet. My word, I am correcting like crazy. I mean, you can kind of tell by this wheel on screen, but to be honest, I'm not even paying attention to that. We're already back at the line. Man, that felt quick. Let's do that one more time while we're up to speed here. Let's see if we can take it full throttle, because we know this one we could whenever you're at the last one. You could up speed. You technically can there. I didn't take a great line, but that's okay. Up to basically 75 miles an hour. Try and get through here. She understeers a lot more. Ooh, that was close. That wasn't me trying to turn. Oh, that too much. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're good. Yeah, definitely not as nimble, I'll tell you that much. She may get some speed in her because it's the same engine and transmission, but I don't think the top speed is too much different. Obviously, we saw the little guy get a little bit more traction, and there we go, cross the line. I'll just spin around here. Does drift the same? Not really. Okay, well that's also a telltale. But I can't even just spin around on the track. I have to like reverse every time, which I mean, not a big deal, but just saying, kind of annoying. It's definitely understeers. I mean, makes sense. You shouldn't have this thing flying around the track and not understeer like crazy. I mean, it's a full-size Freightliner Cascadia, 72-inch sleeper. Like, come on. Like, that wouldn't make sense at all. But let's get this revved up again and drop her into gear. And let's see. I'm gonna try and apex the life out of this track to see if I can get anything less understeery. But to be honest, I think that's just the characteristics it's gonna have. I know oh, barely. You can barely take that flat. Let's see what we can do here. No, it kind of caught. No, it didn't. Second phase. Weird. It kind of like as the camber of the like as stuff turns, it just like the angle of the road and stuff. It just really affects how like the entry is kind of nothing, and then it grips mid. And then it just loses it in the on the exit of the corner, which is very interesting, to be honest. I wasn't expecting that. As we fly across the line, see, we were doing 80 the last time through there, so we're down probably a good 5 mile an hour, which actually is kind of interesting because that's kind of what happened then at the drag when we did that first thing down the road. We were down probably 4 or 5 mile an hour, or maybe 6. And that's probably why we didn't get into 7's gear. So that's kind of interesting to see. Now I know there is some variance because this is basically a full floor section, so I've been flooring since the mid corner there. So we're gonna see what kind of speeds I can get to. If it gets any higher. 78. No, we're consistently down like 5 mile an hour. Interesting. Okay. I mean, it still does slide around, but oh, come on. Oh, I stalled the truck. Didn't do that, was the last one. Interesting, too. Well, that has been certainly interesting. Hopefully, I wonder how many times I can say interesting. I hope you guys enjoyed that. And before I go, let's see if I can do a quick corner here. Yes, I can. Let's show you guys how we get out of here. So, with the weird cinematic camera doing whatever it's going to do, you basically come out along the edge of the track here. There's the road, and of course you'd see this coming in. It's got, of course, a gas station and a repair center right over here. And then I'm just going to say zoomed out. You come up over the hill, so it's kind of hidden back here. Probably intentional, and of course on the map you don't see anything, okay? Like, it's nothing. It's just a whole whack of hills, some guardrails, and hydro wires. And to be honest, this would look like a normal, just kind of extra road. But the main difference is that there is no hard barrier past it, and to get through, now keep in mind I may or may not have teleported into there because I already know where it was, but these cones, now go to the exterior. Oh, thank you for finally discovering Tucson. If you look, when I touch these cones, I'll just creep forward, they move. So you just kind of move a cone. I'm just pushing it straight, but I want to push it to the edge. I'm just keep pushing it straight. Okay, I'll just keep pushing it straight. Come on, dude, get out of the way. Hey, just push it in the intersection. That'll do. You can get through here. So this intersection happens to be right by the Britman, or Britman, however you want to say it, in Tucson. So it's on the outside. You head down, and at this intersection, just come straight through, and it's over in this area is where it is. So for those who stick around to the end of the video, there you go. There's your treat. That is where the test track is. I'm going to turn off and put it in neutral so it doesn't reverse beat bomb me. But yeah, there you go. That is the SCS software test track. Let me know if you want to see more of this. I think this is actually a lot of fun. I want to do more comparisons. And there. That's what happens when you have a nice small nimble truck versus a full out Cascadia. Kind of a cool contrast. So we know you go down with the same engine settings, same game settings. I'm generally down 5 miles an hour ish, if not a little bit more. Plus the handling is a bit impaired, if not a bit, a lot. So that's very interesting. So thank you guys so much for watching this kind of strange episode, to be honest, but nonetheless a very fun one. So thanks again for watching, and I will see you in the next one.